To recycle semi-dry clay, you will need a bucket of water, a rag, and your clay. First thing that you want to do is break your clay in little pieces so when it soaks up water, it will be a lot quicker than a big piece of clay. You are going to dip your rag in a bucket of water. So you want it to be a wet rag, not damp, but wet. Place your clay on the wet rag. I'm going to wrap it up and put it in your Ziploc bag. Add a little bit of water into your bag and let it sit for about 6 or 8 hours. Try to get as much air out of the bag as possible, and then seal it really tight. Wait for about 6 to 8 hours and then you'll be ready to wedge your clay. If you don't have a wedging table, another way to do it is on the ground. I recommend doing it outside versus inside the house. Same like before, I lay down my towel first. Just as you're wedging, the clay won't stick to the ground, and it'll be easy to clean up. Take your clay out of the Ziploc bag and kind of mush them together. Your goal is to get a nice consistency throughout your block of clay. Now your clay will feel really wet. Once again, you want to mush them all together, trying to get rid of air bubbles. And doing this on top of a towel, you won't stain the floor. If you can, try to shape it into a ball of clay. You are going to push down and forward. It will stick to the towel. This means that the clay is really wet. Eventually, it won't stick to the towel, and you can see that I'm moving my clay all around just so I can have a nice visual of the clay, if the clay is sticking to the towel or not. The towel might move around, but that's okay. Again, if you can, keep it in place. I'm using one hand to hold the towel down. If you have someone to help you kind of hold it down, that might work as well. And so done. Again, wedging, push forward, rock it back, push forward, rock it back. And do this about 10 times. Repeat it if you need to until the clay doesn't stick to the towel anymore. As you can see, the block of clay is not staining the towel as much as when you originally took it out of the bag. Shape into a ball of clay, redo it again. Keep on doing it until the clay doesn't stick to your hands and it doesn't stick to the towel. And there you go, your block of clay is ready for your next project. Put it back in the bag and seal it really tight. Remember, if you have dirty hands, don't wash it down straight down the sink. Rinse it in a bucket of water first. Get as much clay out as possible. And with the rest of the water, just kind of let this clay sink in the bottom, and then you can pour the water outside.